accredited competency assessor for the Animation NCII. As a proof of my accreditation, I have here my ID that proves my identity as competent assessor for these qualifications. Received the assessment package that consists of assessor's guide, competency assessor's script, candidate's guide, and rating sheets. I would like to acknowledge the presence of Ms. Stephanie Butal, the TESDA representative, and Mr. Joshua Tarmos, our AC manager, and Mr. Kane Thailand, our processing officer. You don't have to worry about their presence. They are only here to oversee and check if the conduct of the competency assessment is in accordance with the prescribed competency assessment methodology and procedures. I am the only one to grade your assessment. They will not assess you, so don't be afraid. Before we start, kindly submit your admission slip and ID and sign the attendance sheets once I call your name. Ms. G.D. Assess. Ms. Fiona Rose Kauwe. And Mr. Loreto Amorado. I have here with me your accomplished application form and self-assessment guide. This is an indication that we know and can perform all the units of competency enumerated in these qualifications. I would like to welcome you all to our assessment center, the Santa Mesa Institute University. The purpose of this assessment is to determine the level of your competency. Maybe you are capable of performing a specific task, but only the basics. I cannot count you as competent if you cannot do the specific task in a prescribed level. Today, I am going to administer competency assessment for Animation NCII. It is the qualification level with basic, common, and core competencies. And for the core competencies, first we have 1. Apply traditional drawing techniques for animation. 2. Produce traditional cleaned-up key drawings. 3. Produce traditional in-between drawings. And 4. Produce digital cleaned-up key drawings. And 5. Produce digital in-between drawings. For Animation NCII, you are expected to perform the task. Apply all traditional drawing techniques in making animation. 2. Produce a traditional cleaned-up key drawings for animation. 3. Produce a traditional in-between drawings before producing animation. 4. Produce a digital cleaned-up key drawings before animating. 5. Produce a digital in-between drawings before animating your drawing. The evidence will be collected using demonstration, observation with oral questioning, and last, written test. For your personal needs, the comfort room is located both ground floor and second floor in the main Santa Mesa building. And if you want to eat your lunch, the canteen is located at the ground floor cafeteria. And if you have your own lunch, you can eat here at our assessment area. If you have difficulty reading or understanding the instruction, don't be afraid to ask me for help so that I can explain that to you. Or if you are having a hard time reading in English, I could translate that into your local dialect. The do's and don'ts for this assessment. Once the assessment has started, you cannot go out unless you have a valid reason and approval from me, as I am the assessor. And as the assessment has already started, you are not allowed to ask questions since I have given you enough time for that already. Rights and appeal system. If you have complaints regarding the outcome of the assessment, you have the right to appeal. Your appeal should be in written form and must be submitted to the TESDA provincial office by which assessor and assessment center are accredited. Issuance of national certificate. For the issuance of national certificate or certificate of competency, you will be notified in your active Gmail account once the certificate is received. But you will be only notified at your Gmail account if the assessment center found you as competent for the qualification that you assessed. Bring it to the TESDA provincial office for sealing and authentication purposes. Bring with you a copy of certificate and the competency assessment result summary. For reassessment procedure, if you are found to be not yet competent, do not worry. You can be reassessed anytime for your convenience. In case the assessment is full qualification, you will undergo the whole assessment process. However, if you are found competent in some UOC, you will only undergo. If you fail 2 consecutive assessments, you will be taking refresher courses. Occupational health and safety requirements. Please observe 1. Proper handling of tools. 2. Identify hazards and risks. 3. Evaluate hazards and risks. 4. Control hazard and risk. 5. Maintain OHS awareness. Confidential of assessment outcome. We observe strict confidentiality on the report and results of the assessment. The result will only be handed to the concerned personnel and to the institution where you conducted your assessment. The assessment package will be placed in a sealed and secured area. Do not share any clue or information regarding the assessment to everyone. If you have no questions, I will now introduce to the specific instruction for the candidate. So Ms. Yuna Halway, you are the candidate number 1, Ms. Judy Asas, candidate number 2, and Mr. Lorico Amorado, candidate number 3. Candidate, please follow me for the assessment. Now I have here the instructions that you need to follow in doing this assessment. Please read this so that you can use this as a guide while doing the assessment process. Using the materials, tools, and equipment, you are required to perform all the tasks in this qualification within 9 hours. I will be observing you while you are performing the task. After your demonstration, I will ask you some questions related to your assessment. After the oral questioning, I will give you feedback about your performance. Always observe safety precaution all the time. Any questions or clarifications? If there are no more questions, you may now start. For finishing the assessment, Ms. Kaube, how did you feel about the assessment?
It's fine.
Okay, here is my feedback. I can see that you are fully prepared in taking this assessment, and I observe that you can perform the task just like the producing traditional cleanup key drawings and in between drawings, producing of digital cleanup key drawings and in between drawings, as well as the application of traditional drawings techniques in making animation within the standard requirements. This indicates that you are competent in this qualification. You can get your national certificate from the assessment center by accomplishing a letter of authorization, submit a photocopy of your valid ID with specimen signature, pay the certificate fee of 50 pesos. Congratulations. Ms. Asas, congratulations for finishing the assessment. How did you feel about the assessment?
5.
Okay, here is my feedback about your assessment. I can see that you are able to perform all the tasks in this qualification. You have reduced all the digital and traditional in between and cleaned up key drawings, but I noticed that you are not very confident while doing the assessment. I am sorry to tell you that you were not able to perform within the standards requirements of the qualification. You have to review, practice the activities related to the competency requirements of the qualification further. You can only come back for reassessment when you feel confident enough that you have acquired the competence in this qualification. Don't worry, you will only be reassessed on the parts of the activity that you were found not yet competent. You can get your certificate of competency from the assessment center by accomplishing a letter of authorization, submit a photocopy of your valid ID with specimen signature, pay the certificate fee of 50 pesos.
Bongga!
Congratulations.
Go.
Congratulations.